Okay, awesome. So hi everyone, nice to see you guys all again. And then welcome to my sixth webinar of the series, First Generation series. And then once again, I am your host, Michelle, first year admission counselor from Elmhurst University. All right, so as you can see here, we have our resources on campus, and there's our lovely Blue Jay, Victory. And then as always, like I said, I'm gonna post this on YouTube tomorrow. But feel free to take notes, take as many notes as you want. And if you have any questions, please save them for the end. I will be happy to answer them at the end. Okay, so we have a lot of resources. Like, I don't even know if I included everything. There's so much for everyone, anyone that needs them. So we have our Learning Center for Access and Disability. We have mentoring. We have, it's just like an overview. We have faculty office hours, Wellness Center, Center for Professional Excellence, Office of Student Involvement, EC Connection and Blue Jay First for first generation students. And then of course, Public Safety and Security. We have our Title IX, sorry. We have our Title IX resources as well. And then we of course have commuter pages for those who are planning on commuting. We support anybody, whether you're living on campus or not. Even, you know, as a prospective student, if you haven't applied, there's still so many resources for you. And I'm gonna go in depth in the next few slides. Okay, so first off is the Learning Center for Access and Disability. So this is gonna be found in the library, our AC Bueller library, if you haven't visited yet. This is going to be for those of you who need tutoring or just need extra help with your academics, you know, or you're receiving help now and want to continue it. This is going to be the center for you and a resource for you. I included the phone number there for the Learning Center in case you guys are interested or, you know, have more questions about any certain, you know, accommodations. And then we have individual tutoring. Also, fun fact, if you guys want to be a tutor ever, like when you begin your journey at Elmhurst, it's a paid job. So I highly encourage it if you are good at a subject and want to tutor. And then we also have a writing center and of course, math tutoring. We offer any source of tutoring for any subject, any major. So please take advantage of this. Like I said, you can take advantage of it now if you want to learn more about like any accommodations, anything for like access and disability, or you can use this for when you are a current student and you need more extra help or push in terms of like your academics. Okay, and then the next big resource is going to be career exploration at the Wiegand Center for Professional Excellence. So for this is something you can start looking at now, especially when you visit, if you know, when you get a tour. But this is a big one for when you're a current student. So we always offer so many resources when it comes to like yourself, your academics. So we offer career guidance, our Starting Away program, honors program, graduate school preparation, mentoring and shadowing, service learning. And then I have a few that I'm gonna go in depth from this that you will find beneficial because I know we had a lot of questions. So I'm gonna continue on with that. But basically, that center is going to be your #1 tool when it comes to looking for jobs. You know, for example, let's say you're a business major or you're a communications major, like I was. That was my biggest resource that I used for when it came to looking for internships, jobs. They're always there to help. You just go to them, you know, if you need extra help with your resume, anything that you need in terms of like your, oh, and the one fun fact is that they're always there for you even after you graduate. So they're always going to be there for you. So definitely never feel alone or like you are pressured to find a job on your own, because they are there for you for that specific reason. And they were able to help me when it came to internships. So highly encourage it. And then, so once again, continuing with the real world experience from the Wiegand Center for Professional Excellence, our students complete pre-professional internship experience, about 83% or more. The numbers keep growing, continue, or start an internship while they're at Elmhurst. So I think it's awesome because we always offer that professional experience, because at the end of the day, that's what you want from college. That's what you want to get out of college. So this is going to be a big center, a big resource for you in case you do need that extra help with job exploration. That's just the real world experience. And then so we've had over 2,000 internships and pre-professional experiences. So I think it's awesome because we're always offering any sort of experience. We're always working with anybody, let's say like you're a sports major with like business major. There's a lot that have gone to like Blackhawks, working for the Blackhawks, White Sox, also the Chicago Dogs from Rosemont, in case you guys are interested in that. So there's just so much you could do. And as you can see, like students have gone to the city of Chicago, Central DuPage Hospital for those who are working in the medical field, Merrill Lynch, House of Blues for music, United States Congress, Morgan Stanley, and then NBC TV, if any of you guys are interested in like journalism, broadcasting. So that's going to be a big resource as well for when it comes to, like I said, like the more professional experience. And then another big one from the Wheaton Center for Professional Excellence is a big resource for those of you who want to study abroad, which I highly encourage. I never took advantage of it. I regret it because I honestly did not know much about this when I was a student, or actually even before I started, I had no idea, which is why I want to let you guys know this is a big resource, regardless of the major, regardless where you are standing academically. There's so many opportunities. There's so many opportunities out there for when it comes to studying away. So you can either go for a week, 2 weeks, the whole summer, a whole year, or a whole semester, not year. I apologize for that. For the J term, because we have a J term, you can take a course during the month of January, or you can study abroad during that month. So it's totally up to you what you want to do with that month. When some students have it off, depending on what you want to do during your winter break, you can definitely do that. And the awesome part is that it is included in your tuition. Basically, the only thing that you have to pay for is like any like extra payments, like for example, like food, clothing, or anything you want to shop for, and like your plane. That's basically all you have to pay for. And I think it's awesome because it's better than like traveling alone and investing in your traveling more outside of the school. So I highly encourage that. Students have been to over 68 countries. Doesn't mean you can't go to the other ones. These are just a few that they've been to, but you can go anywhere that you'd like. Typically, you do have a faculty member with you, so you're not going alone. You're going with other students. You're making friends. And like I said, you can choose for as long as you want to go. So highly encourage this resource. And it's also going to be, like I said, in the Center for Professional Excellence in the library. Especially if you guys have gotten a tour or haven't, I highly encourage you guys to get a tour. So you can see like where we have our resources as well, especially if you do want to be a student at Elmhurst. You'll be able to know like where exactly to go, because I didn't know myself. So I highly encourage it. Okay, and then the next one, so this isn't, if you guys have gotten a tour, we have this thing called the Frick Center. So we have our Office of Student Involvement where that's at, and we offer over 100 organizations. So this is another resource for you guys. I can definitely, if you guys want to know more about certain clubs, I can let you know. But this is going to be a big resource when you're a student, because of course you want to focus on your academics and your jobs and everything, career. But at the end of the day, you also want to have fun. So highly encourage joining clubs. It's going to be a big resource, especially with making connections, both professional and just like personal connections. And then another resource that I just wanted to include are like the teams. We are Division III. So we're still big on like sports, but we're not like as, like Division I is competitive like that. But I say we have a pretty good like sports program here. So that's another big resource if you are thinking about it. Always definitely let me know if you want to get in touch with the sports counselor or coach. So keep that in mind as well. And it's just like everything that this resource offers. So just like student relations, this is like the resources that it offers, and then the fraternities and sororities. And then students participating in Greek life are about 400 students. So definitely use this as a resource too. I like to say fraternities and sororities aren't like the ones you typically see in a movie. Everyone's really genuine and awesome. There's a lot of leadership opportunities, which is why I included it as a resource, because definitely, I would say take advantage of this. I was in a social sorority and it helped me just like gain more of my values and just like look for more opportunities within like my own career as well. So it's also a big resource for you guys. And then once again, Title IX. So, we always try to make everyone equal here at Elmhurst, regardless of who you are. We don't allow harassment. We don't allow any sorts of those things. So we do have our contacts for Title IX. If you ever want to know who they are, definitely let me know. But we have them here for those students who are enrolled and everything and are having trouble maybe, but we have amazing people who do not want to see that, don't allow that. So we do take that into consideration. Title IX is really important to us here. Okay. So another one is the Blue Jay First and mentoring and easy connection. And this is a big one for first generation students. So this is going to be your #1 resource if you are first generation. I highly encourage it. So this is mainly so Easy Connection is a pre-orientation program designed for to support incoming first year and transfer students with their transition to Elmhurst University. So this is highly encouraged because especially if you, for example, I was a first generation student. So especially if your parents aren't very knowledgeable or, don't know too much about like the whole process, Easy Connection is there to guide you a little bit more than you're already guided by us. As I mentioned, it's a pre-orientation program and like all of the information will be sent out later once we get closer to like orientation, which is like in the summer. So don't worry too much about it, but please keep your eyes out for that email. I highly encourage it because like I said, it offers you more opportunities to receive that mentorship, support, resources. And students who participate in Easy Connection will learn more about the academic and co-curricular resources at the university. So please take advantage of that. Oh my God. You already know, you will get to know more about like the academics, but you will know even more, like especially what you're majoring in, you will get to know that more in depth. And then you'll be able to make more friends that are, similar to you, are first generation students. And it's just nice to have that support system to be able to just create those connections and know that you're not alone with being first generation. And you just get to engage in intercultural dialogue, identity exploration. You get to do a lot in that program and I highly encourage it. Like I said, there's awesome faculty, awesome staff members who are always there to guide you before and throughout your whole college process. And then we have Blue Jay First, which is based the similar thing. It's kind of like what comes after Easy Connection once you're a student. And it's a program for students, faculty, staff, alumni, and administrators who identify as first generation college students. So this is more for, this is on the website. I can, like I said, communication about it will be going out later on in the summer or in the spring. So it's nothing to worry about right now, but it's just something to keep in mind. And also members of Blue Jay First will complete an application, which will go out later, can have access to ongoing networking, mentorship opportunities. I mentioned this in my previous webinar for mentorship opportunities. You're basically like having like a big sister, big brother there to guide you. So just someone who's by your side, who knows you more personally, who will guide you throughout the college process and, give you advice on like clubs, academics, anything that you need, they're there for you. Which is something, if you don't have that, highly encourage it. It's nice to have that guidance from someone. And it's awesome because it offers a cohort option for up to 25 incoming students and transfer students too. So during the program, students are paired with a peer mentor, as I was mentioning, and they assist you with your transition to college, and they can still help you afterwards. You can also create a long friendship with them too. So it's totally up to you how you want to use your resources. And then, of course, there are workshops designed to build capacity around leadership, development, personal growth, and professional growth. So once again, it just offers more things that you're gonna use or need during your college experience and after too. And then, of course, it gives you more support to find like on-campus jobs if you do ever want a job, because we have so many on-campus jobs here at Elmhurst. And also like when you are, if you do really want to come to Elmhurst, which we hope you do, please don't hesitate to contact us about jobs when you do begin your college experience here at Elmhurst. We're always happy to like send you job opportunities so you can apply to them for them. Because I know jobs are important, especially if you're living on campus. If you want to find a job on campus and not leave or look somewhere else, we have a lot of resources for that too. And then of course we, offer a lot of resources like, certain scholarships. If you need more scholarships, they have those resources there for you too. But once again, all the communication for this specifically is going to go out in the spring. So it's nothing to worry about right now, but it's something to keep in mind because you want to use those resources as much as possible, especially if you're a fresh generation student. And then another resource is, of course, Residence Life. This is something that's going to be big for you guys as incoming students. So for Residence Life, for those of you who are living on campus, so there's over 1,000 students that are living on campus. So I would say it's like half of the students are living on campus and half of those are commuters. So, never feel left out. Everyone is equal here, regardless of whether you're living here or not. I think it's awesome because everyone just bonds regardless of whether, they're residents or not. But there is that help as well for those of you guys who are coming to Elmhurst and are going through that experience for, getting the perfect dorm that you want. There are so many we have 6 dorms, and for those of you guys who are really invested and want that specific dorm, definitely feel free to email Residence Life. I have their information right there. This is something that you'll be using more later on, like around February, once the housing applications go out. So this is a big resource for you, those of you who want to know more about the resident halls. Obviously, our admission counselors can give you more information, but if you want something more specific or knowing, more about that certain dorm hall or how it works, the application, or need some accommodation when you do decide to live in a dorm, they're going to be there for you. So feel free to take a picture of it, write it down. Like I said, it's going to be posted on YouTube and it's on our website too. But please take advantage of Residence Life as well. They're always there to help and make everything as easy as possible, especially if you're coming from another state or something and you're living on campus. This is going to be the number one place for you, for sure. Okay, so another one is faculty as a resource. So this is a big one for me that I took advantage of a lot. So a great advantage about going to a small school in general is that your faculty is always there for you. Regardless of what major that you are, what academic you're doing, our faculty are full-time faculty who hold the highest degrees. And what's awesome is that it's a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio, meaning our average class size is about 17 to 18 students. The most that I've had in a class is about 27. So I think it's really cool because you get that special connection with your faculty. And since they're the ones who are very knowledgeable within your major, they're the ones you're going to be bonding with and going to for academic advice, job advice. So these are going to be your number one resources, and never feel afraid to email your professors or go. What's awesome is that they have office hours too. So never be afraid to go to their office later on when you are a student. Like I said, I took advantage of this a lot of my communications professors. They were awesome. Thanks to one of them, I have a job here at Elmhurst because of them. So definitely please take advantage of your faculty as a resource. They're amazing. They're the sweetest people ever. They care about student success. Seriously, as a student, I honestly never felt so supported like I did here at Elmhurst. So please take advantage of that. And what's awesome also is that we don't have any teaching assistants. So as I mentioned before, they're very knowledgeable when it comes to like certain academics, like, if you're a nursing major, they're going to be your number one person. They're going to have more information about clinicals, simulations, or like where to look for jobs after Elmhurst. So please take advantage of them. Like I said, please ask as many questions as possible. Never feel afraid, which is why we have that average of 18 students, because You get to ask more questions, you get to participate more. And that's something that you really wouldn't get out of a big school. So this is something that I personally hold close to heart, or held close to heart when I was a student, because they're just always there for you regardless. So this is your number one, I would say, besides like the financial aid and admission counselors when you're beginning college. And then also, I forgot to mention this. So faculty professors are the same basically. And then also your professors, one of your professors is going to be your advisor who specialize in that academic. So also like they're the ones teaching, the faculty are the ones teaching the classes and are going to be your advisor too. So that's something that I didn't know when I was coming in. I was like, oh, professors are advisors. So please keep that in mind too, which is also awesome because they know how you're doing in class. So that's why that's even better when it comes to like advising you or like helping you out throughout your college experience. So it's just something I wanted to throw out there because I didn't know. Okay. And then another big one is going to be student financial services. So this is something that you're going to be dealing with, I'd say, for all 4 years, even now, because these are the ones that you're going to go to for questions about like FAFSA or financial aid, something that's more personal, I would say, or like confidential, other than like your admission counselors. There's so much we could tell you about your FAFSA. Financial student services are going to be able to see more in-depth information about that. Like I said, it's very confidential information, very private information. So they're going to be your go-to person if you have very specific questions about your application, something that we can't see. Obviously, we'll be able to tell you, you'll get in your package like how much you'll get from FAFSA and everything. But do not confuse financial aid with scholarships because a lot of those scholarships are admission based. So feel free to call us or talk to us about scholarships. But about FAFSA, financial aid, something that's very, very personal. Please feel free to call Student Financial Services. And regardless, after you get through the admission process, this office is going to be your number one office if you are worried about your financial aid or need more like actual like financial aid or need to talk about loans, let's say. So please keep that in mind. And like I said, here's their information. I'm always happy to give it to you. We're always glad to give you your information if you lose it or something. But please take advantage. They're very fast responders. I know I took advantage of this office a lot too as a student. So please feel free. They're very sweet. They're also there to help you. Because we get it. Like the bill and everything is very scary. So please always feel free to take advantage. Like I said, even now as a prospective student, they're there to help current students and prospective because financial aid is something that begins as soon as you begin your college process, of course. Okay. And then another center that's going to be a great resource for you is the Wellness Center. So as a prospective student, incoming student, you're not really going to use this because you're not a current student, but this is something good to know for when you are a student at Elmhurst University is the Wellness Center. This is going to be a big center for those of you guys who maybe are stressed. We offer counseling services. So enrolled students qualify for a total of 30 individual counseling sessions or a couple of sessions if you are interested. And I think it's awesome. I definitely took advantage when I was stressed because of finals and everything. So please feel free to take advantage. No one's going to judge or anything. I think it's very important to take care of yourself too, as well. So please feel free to take advantage. It's free, which I think is really cool instead of like paying for counseling on like about stress or anything that you're going through. So please take advantage of that. And then of course they offer psychiatric services, workshops, screenings, self-help resources. And then of course they offer the basic health services too. If you're feeling under the weather, they're there to help you. We have our amazing nurse practitioners, so please feel free, to take advantage of that too. Like I said, every service is free basically, unless something very specific, but every service is basically free. You're always welcome to schedule an appointment, but this is when you are a current student, of course. So this is just something when you are admitted, when you begin your freshman year, or if you need like extra guidance with your physical health, mental health. So please feel free. And then of course they offer vaccinations if you ever need them to, or yeah. So please feel free to take advantage of that. Completely free. And then something cool that I took advantage of was the Serenity Room. Basically a room just to, if you're ever stressed, tired too, especially if you're a commuter, please take advantage of this because you can just go inside the room, take a nap. It's just like a little like family kind of room, like a little living room, I would say, where you can just like relax, just, close your eyes. It's very comfortable there. So, it's just like a little debriefing, relaxation kind of room. So, like I said, please take advantage of the Wellness Center. They're there for you, also there to see you succeed and feel good as well. Okay, so this was a fast webinar, just because there are many resources that can only be offered to incoming students, like for example, us admission counselors, financial aid services, residence life services. There's just so many resources that you use when you first begin your college experience. But then once you are a student, there's so much offer. There's so much you could do. But I just wanted to throw out there that we're always there to help in every single aspect of your life, social life, professional life, mental health life, we're always there for your looking out for your well-being. So this was a very short webinar. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Like I said, there's so many resources. If you need to get in touch with someone, definitely let us know. You have your go-to counselor, but we're always there to help. As well, regardless of what territory has student you're assigned to, and then also stay tuned for after a week after Thanksgiving break. We have our upcoming webinar, which is called New to the Blue, tips and tricks to save a few bucks. So this is something that my director runs along with some of my other colleagues. Highly encourage it. They're there to give you tips to save money. Very useful. So highly encourage it. Stay tuned. We're always sending emails out for those webinars. So that's our next webinar. And then as always, feel free to contact me with any questions. We're always there to help. Like I said, any admission counselor is always there for you. So please feel free. And then, yeah, now I can have the whole time to open to questions if you guys have them, and if not, it's totally okay. Feel free to email me if you want. And for those who are leaving, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend and happy Thanksgiving. For those of you who celebrate, happy holidays in general. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And like I said, feel free to email me, call me, but feel free to ask any questions. If not, that's okay. If you don't have any questions, that's totally okay. But I'll stop recording now. Oh no.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too. Thank you. Happy holidays.